Don't forget to take your medicine.
I heard that children find it harder to forgive a mother's affair. I don't know if that's true, but the way he felt about his father, I think I understood it more than I wanted to. Of course, when the old man finally dies, I suppose I'd still cry just for a while. People have a word for everything now. A girl in my class taught me one the other day. Fetishism. She explained it to me as if she'd discovered some great secret. Maybe that's what he had, or maybe not. A fear of being stained. A need to keep certain things untouched. The rest, the mind finds its own explanations. It's funny. If he'd been born a few decades later, someone might have given it a name. Back then, there was no one to tell you what was wrong with you. You simply carried it around and called it love. Hey.
Who are you?
Just a spectator. My grandfather used to tell me a little about that long war. By then, his eyesight had already gone bad. Most days, he could hardly see what was right in front of him. But whenever he spoke about those years, he would cry. It was strange. There were things he'd forgotten, names, faces, I suppose. Wars are like that. They take something away from people and leave behind something else. By the time it's over, you can no longer tell what a person managed to keep and what they had to become just to survive. Sometimes I wonder about that. If I'd been born in those years, what kind of person would I have become? I don't know. Maybe none of us do. It must be painful. I understand what it feels like to lose a friend. I'm sorry.
No, you can't understand at all.
Maybe not. I'm sorry, but life still has to go on, even if we live it in a miserable way.
You still don't understand. The truth is, there is a part of me that feels almost fortunate. Maybe dying like Surikawa did was the best outcome. He'll always be remembered at his best. I just can't help envying him. I can't die cleanly like Tsurukawa, nor can I live filthily like Kashiwagi. Maybe that is the root of my suffering.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, disgusting.
That, woman who bid farewell to her husband at temple. What happened to her afterward?
I don't know. I only know that he never came back. Maybe he died on the battlefield, and I never saw her again. All I know is, some of the women Kashiwagi got involved with were widows, like her. One of them was still young. I guess I should have called her sister. I saw her drinking once. She smiled, but after a few drinks, she started crying. She cried so quietly, and yet it felt like she would never stop.
This world sucks.
During this time, the Golden Pavilion seemed very far away from me. No matter what happened, it seemed able to remain untouched.
Do you think that is a kind of indifference?
It is a kind of betrayal.
He got trapped in his own thoughts, and everything started to feel wrong. Even the faces around him seemed off. His anger kept crashing into something he could not see or name, like a cricket trapped under a glass jar. I know, that feeling better than I'd like to admit. Before I met Chidori, I went through something similar at school. People seemed to enjoy watching me lose my temper. If they weren't doing that, they acted as if I wasn't even there. And if I fought back, they would only laugh harder. Some people just gave up. They learned to make a joke of themselves before anyone else could. But I didn't.
I once said that from now on, the master would be my father. My father, when he's still alive, was nothing more than a powerless and weak man with a miserable life. Although I had parents, I was no different from an orphan.
Do you think your parents were unworthy of you?
I do not belong to that place.
You thought you belonged to the Golden Pavilion.
But now I am shaken. My heart can no longer accept it. But maybe, if somebody tell me that, everything around me is an illusion, that everything I have seen and heard is not real, then everything could still return to how it was before. I could still return to the side of the Golden Pavilion.
Have you ever considered, maybe you never truly understood the Golden Pavilion at all?
I thought we were finally beginning to reach an agreement.
I admit that you have shown me another side of myself, the inferior, paranoid part of me. But it is clear that I cannot approve of the path you about to take.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if there is one more voice of opposition.
No! It's completely slipping out of control. He is trying to use the Golden Pavilion as a sacrifice to complete himself. You call yourself a Buddhist practitioner, but now your heart and eyes are full of delusion.
If I can use myself and the Golden Pavilion to ignite a fire of ecstasy, then there is nothing wrong with that.
Listen, I don't want to say that I want to save you or anything like that. I don't have that kind of power. But I want to say this. I have seen everything you see. What you are feeling is not real. Now you are drowning in a false illusion.
No. I have never felt more awake than I do right now. Don't you see?
Once the fire catches, that's it.
No more waiting. No pretending.
It's strange. I've spent my whole life chasing the Golden Pavilion, and this is the closest I've ever been. Maybe this was always where it was going to end. Maybe from the very beginning. I've been waiting to watch it turn to ash in my own hands.
You only want to destroy these beautiful things, so you can drag them down from their shrine and make them the same as you.
So what if I do? I have never had anything of my own. Not even an ideal. No one has ever cared whether I lived or died. Not even you, my friend. I thought we could become fellow travelers. But now, what exactly are you accusing me of?
No, I have seen things you never saw.
Don't stand there as a survivor and lecture me with your arrogance! Does spying on my suffering make you happy?
He is impossibly inferior and arrogant. Even if you refuse to admit it, you have already possessed many things. There are things you have never truly lost, in fact.
Anyone can say pretty words.
Love from imperfect people. Your mother writes to you every month. Why do you never read her letters?
I hate her! She was the one who made me feel my first humiliation. I don't fucking need her!
A few days ago, she took the train here, especially to see you. She and the abbot had been silently watching over you for a long time. How else do you think you happened to meet Monk Zenkai?
It's all false! Hypocritical performance!
Tsurukawa also mentioned you in his letter before he left. Why are you pretending you didn't see it? Why? That is the real reason Kashiwagi brought you those letters, isn't it? Tsurukawa said he missed the time he spent talking with you under the tree. But he was in unbearable pain, and he could no longer endure the weight of life. He wanted to say sorry to you.
Enough! He died just like that, and right now! You speak of missing me?
You cannot demand moral perfection from your friends. Even Kashiwagi truly saw you as a friend, although his nature is rotten. Didn't he?
Enough! Enough! You have been standing in my way all this time! What exactly are you trying to say?
Mizo, the world has no meaning. Pure things will never exist. And precisely because of that, to live as an ordinary person, even to live an insignificant life, is still something great. Your mother, the abbot, Tsurukawa, Kashiwagi, all of them are like that. They are not symbols in your illusion. They are real people. They're living, breathing people. I think of my father, that man who is always silent and reserved.
Ridiculous.
You need to wake up, Mizo. Face the real world. The flames before you, the water, the lotuses, even the Golden Pavilion, none of them are real. Even I almost lost myself in it too.
Then, according to you, are all living beings great?
Yes, great and ordinary.
I just can't accept it.
The truth is, you have already seen the real Golden Pavilion hundreds and thousands of times, haven't you?
This building existed 100 years ago. It has been repaired countless times since then, yet it still cannot hide the smell of rotten wood.
Maybe the load-bearing beams are already full of wormholes. Although the golden roof shines brilliantly, if you look at it up close, the dust would choke you until you could hardly breathe.
But it is still beautiful. When people see it, they can remember the scenery of peaceful times and feel a small trace of comfort. Perhaps that is the meaning of its existence.
But it abandoned me.
It never abandoned anyone. Look, you have walked beneath its eaves. Is it not still sheltering you from the wind and rain?
If I go back, will they still accept me?
They will, I promise. Just as my family and friends accept me. Just as I accept them. If you stay here, there is no way forward except destruction. Everything here is burning. Sooner or later, it will swallow you too. The pure and perfect beauty you seek could only be seen when the flames have gone out. But by then, you will have become firewood yourself. So why not be a little selfish? Put it out with your own hands. Then you will become the master of the Fire of Innocence.
How despicable you are.
Saving you is also saving myself. To become firewood, or to become the one who controls the flame. The choice is yours.
I really did like it, Dad.